We drove past St. Francis a million times before this happened to Truman, and we never once gave a thought to the oncology floor. We never knew that there were kids from right here around Oklahoma that were up there until Truman became one of them. He started limping last April, and he just would complain that his leg was hurting, kind of normal childhood stuff. We started making trips to the pediatrician to figure out what was wrong, and over the course of about a month and a half, instead of getting better, it just kept getting worse. They sent us to do a full set of x-rays. They were sent to an orthopedic surgeon here in town, and he ordered an MRI because he could tell that there was something wrong on the x-rays. Truman is diagnosed with osteosarcoma. It's an aggressive bone cancer. The only way to get rid of osteosarcoma is to surgically remove it. For him to be an active boy and to remain 9 years old and then grow and still have lots of jumping and running ahead of him, the best quality of life that could be offered with the best chance of survival came to be amputation. And as hard as that sounds to say it, it was even harder to sit there in the surgical room and wait for that to happen. It was the hardest day of our life, really. But it's the best choice for him in the long run.
He's just now learning to walk again with a prosthetic leg. You know, when you see amputees, you just think that they go to a spot, they get fitted, they get up and walk, and their life goes on. But it's a very slow process. After amputation, at least for him, the residual limb is very, very tender and sensitive, and it can be for many months afterward. So they try to let you know to desensitize your limb, and they want you to rub it with towels or something that's rough, or squeeze it a lot, and just to get it used to being touched. And just for Truman, for his mental ability to be able to wear it, it's just a lot of emotional strength to get over touching your limb, to get over something being put on your limb, and the feel of pressure. It's a very long and tedious kind of process of just trying to put your heart and soul into it and trying to make yourself do it, even though there are feelings that you're not used to and that have to kind of retrain your brain that those become normal to you.
I am on leave from IBM without a salaried income anymore, so your income goes down in half, but your expenses go up dramatically. Our insurance is kind of a tiered situation, so it has different levels that we have to meet in the expenses depending on what is paid. There's nuances and stuff about your insurance that you never come to know about until you have a catastrophic event like this. Truman's hearing has been severely damaged from the chemotherapy that he's had to take. In Oklahoma, they passed a state law about 8 years ago that as an insurance provider, you have to have hearing aid coverage for pediatric patients. I took my policy in there to the audiologist, and she said, oh, just to let you know, your insurance company is considered to be self-funded and a retirement policy, and therefore those are two exceptions to the state law, and so they're not covered. For a pair of hearing aids, it's about $7,000. Financial donations are really helping with those big things that we have to come up against like that. My husband's business had a golf tournament very early on, which raised a good amount of money. Jinx East Intermediate had a jog-a-thon. There's been lemonade sales throughout neighborhoods of kids that just go to school with Truman that have sent money. If people gave it no interest, it would just be devastating to us. You already feel alone and isolated, that you're the 1 in a million family that this happened to. So for people to come forward and pray with us and, you know, bring dinners over and donate financially to try to help us with the medical bills, it's really uplifting and amazing that people from all over feel this story and know that they can help in small ways and big ways.